starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Betty. Over the last week, Wisconsin has seen their daily number of new COVID-19 cases rise back above 1,000. We're actually, though, in better shape than most of the country, especially the South, where they are seeing a huge rise in cases. And it's beginning to worry pediatricians all across the country, including in our area, especially with the new school year approaching. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock explains.
What we're hearing from our colleagues in the South are some troubling trends.
UW Health pediatricians say in many states they're starting to see more kids come into the hospital with acute COVID.
Meaning pneumonia, etc., and really needing extra support from the hospitals there. So this is different than what we've seen in different surges and causes all of us more than a little bit of worry.
They're also concerned of the rise in other illnesses that have been spreading that are usually uncommon in the summer.
As masks have come off over the course of the summer, we see more of what are sort of more normal childhood viruses. So you've heard probably about RSV and other viruses that we normally see in the winter or the really early spring. We're seeing lots of that at the moment. And so we know that people are passing things from one to another.
Kids under the age of 12 are not yet eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, but medical officials hope that with the potentially full FDA approval just weeks away, they will see a surge in folks who are eligible.
The COVID vaccines are among the best studied in the world. You know, we have more than 4 billion folks who've gotten a dose of a COVID vaccine. And particularly in our kids, we're being extra diligent to make sure that we're getting the right dose for the right size person and making sure that we have enough kids involved to pick up on any side effects that any parent would want to know about.
Health officials say the more kids that are vaccinated and wear masks in school, the more likely it is that they can stay in school and avoid shutdowns.
We know that the way COVID gets to the school is from the community. So as we see more and more COVID in our communities coming into the school year, that'll show up at your school doors. If you have kids that are optionally masked, we're worried that you'll now have more kids than you had last year in your school buildings with COVID.
Reporting in Rhinelander, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
And just to add on there, throughout the pandemic, kids have been much less likely to suffer severe cases of COVID-19, less than 500 deaths nationwide. But they have seen a rise in kids hospitalized with COVID in recent weeks. Officials still aren't sure if that's because the Delta variant affects kids differently, or this is a result of a major rise in cases leading to some more hospitalizations. A long line of cars formed at the Canada-U.S. border overnight as today Canada began allowing vaccinated U.S. citizens and permanent residents to enter their country. Other requirements include having a negative COVID-19 test no more than 72 hours old. The border has been closed to non-essential travel since March of last year. Outside, Jeff, we had a wet weekend. How are we starting the work week?
Yeah, mostly cloudy, warm and humid today, but thunderstorms are back in the forecast tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Tonight, they're looking pretty good. Some cloud cover out there now. Again, it's incredibly humid outside with temperatures near 80 across pretty much all the reporting stations this afternoon. 77 for us in Antigo, 82 for Wausau. Very comfortable, very humid air. It feels like summer today. It will tomorrow and Wednesday as well. All right, System 1 is pushing through parts of southern Wisconsin right now, bringing heavy rain to Milwaukee, Chicago, severe weather just to the west of Chicago right now. That will stay there. For us, though, we should clear the clouds out of here for a few hours tonight, but then our attention turns upstream, and that's our next system, System 2 right there. That's a cold front. It'll likely be over our area about this time tomorrow. The air around this area is very juicy. We'll likely get a couple of thunderstorms in the area about this time tomorrow afternoon. Our forecast for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, hazy and muggy, with low temperatures down near 63. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thank you, Jeff. A report from the National Association of Realtors shows what many are calling a nationwide housing shortage right now. That's also the case in our region. A real estate agent from Lakeland Realty says there simply isn't enough housing to meet the needs of the community.
Calls and emails on almost daily basis for people looking for places to rent in Rhinelander and Minocqua, and they tell stories about lots of applications being in.
Many Rhinelander residents shared this view. One of them, Dwight Webb, so moved by the need for housing, including rental properties, that he decided to develop his own.
Waiting lists for property managers has been a big issue. Not finding the correct housing or the need that's out there. Newer housing, more modern housing, is a big need as well. So we're filling all of those boxes and needs with this development.
The building will overlook Pelican River nearby Riverview Hall. Webb is hoping to have the apartments ready for rent by next summer. Folks will soon see a new mural while driving into downtown Wausau. It'll be painted by artists part of the nonprofit Rise Up Wisconsin. Newswatch 12's Rachel Eiler shares the story behind the painting.
Through different art mediums, they're able to put a voice and a story to what they've experienced, and then they're able to share that with the whole community.
It's one voice at a time, one wall at a time for Rise Up, who's now installing their 4th mural installation to share the story of women who have survived domestic abuse.
And one of the prominent features that came out was the lanterns. It represents not only hope, but it also represents the victims, the people that have been lost. And the hands underneath the lanterns of this mural represent the community outreach, the assistance that they get, the help to keep them going so that they can have a better life.
Once a Masonic temple, the Whitewater Music Hall's exterior will soon get a new meaning. And the mural is being painted by survivors of domestic abuse themselves and their supporters.
It's basically a paint by number, so it's super accessible for everyone in the community to join together and talk about their feelings and express themselves through art.
Lead artist Audrey Dasher previously worked on other Rise Up murals, but says this one hits home.
I have had some emotional and mental abuse throughout my life, and I could relate to the people that I was working with. We reach out to them and saying, you are valuable.
As drivers pass by, Rise Up Vice President Tara Drager says the mural presents a chance to break the stigma around domestic violence.
It allows a way for them to tell their story in a really meaningful way that the community really gets.
Reporting in Wausau, Rachel Eiler, Newswatch 12.
Today, the Wildwood Wildlife Park and Zoo introduced one of their newest residents to the public. Topanga, a 6-foot, 187-pound giraffe, was born just 2 weeks ago. For the past 2 weeks, she was inside the facility, bonding with her mother, Twigga. Today, she was introduced to the public and the other giraffes in the outdoor facility.
Well, usually when we have them inside the barn, we have them in different stalls, and they can go over, looking over the walls at each other so they can get to see what is in there. And then we actually go through and introduce her out to the yard first, and then we brought Tanika out to be introduced to Twigga.
Park directors say first-time mother Twigga is doing great. She keeps a close eye on her little one, doesn't let her wander too far away. They describe her as a mini version of her mother.
Mom is a very good mom. She's very protective and very good at letting the baby nurse.
Zoo officials say Topanga is expected to grow to another 10 to 12 feet in the next year, roughly doubling in size. ARTSTART in Rhinelander opened their doors for the first time 10 years ago. The rest, they say, is history. We'll talk to some volunteers there about what their story has meant to them in just a few minutes. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast next on Newswatch 12 at 6.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Refresh your home's exterior with help from Menards. Dutch Boy DuraClean exterior paint and primer in one's durable, weather-resistant coating stays clean and keeps your home looking beautiful. A gallon of flat paint is $29.79 after 11% rebate. Finish your outdoor update with a new Larson Storm Door. They let fresh air in and help save on your energy costs. Save 11% on Larson Storm Doors. Get 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think. Only during Trade Month. Right now, get up to $1,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's Trade Month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Beautiful home in Mass City, Michigan with 263 acres being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. Sunday, August 15th. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Most of us woke up to clouds and fog out there this morning. The fog pretty much went away. The clouds hung around pretty much all day for us today. They'll break up for several hours tonight, followed by a return of some more cloud cover tomorrow. But the temperatures did not care. We still had high temperatures up near 80. It's 79 now in Rhinelander with a calm wind out there already, and the pressure is falling slightly at the airport in Rhinelander. It's still 82 in Wausau, the southwest breeze around 5. Look at the dew point, though. It's 66. It's very humid air out there this evening. Around the horn, everybody's having a very summer-like day today. From 83 in Ladysmith, 85 Eau Claire, 77 in Point. We'll take it. Tomorrow, mid-80s in the forecast. Same thing for us on Wednesday, followed by a return to probably a few 70s in the forecast, getting here Thursday into Friday and into the weekend. Okay, so here's the trend. Tomorrow's going to be a kind of those hazy, hot, and humid days. 84 with storms through the afternoon. 86 on Wednesday. 80 on Thursday, a bit cooler, below average Friday into Saturday, and then we're right back up again over the weekend. Highs Sunday, back up near 79. Looking outside now in Eagle River, lots of cloud cover, but there is some sunshine getting through. The air is still, so it feels muggy, because it is muggy outside. If you're sleeping in a tent tonight, have fun with that. It's going to be low temperatures, mid-60s, incredibly humid. Not so great sleeping weather, of course, with that conditions out there. All right, here's system number 1 coming across parts of southern Wisconsin right now. By the way, that storm right there, just to the west of Schaumburg, has a tornado on it right now, moving east about 25 miles per hour toward the Schaumburg and Chicago area. For us, though, we're looking pretty good. We'll get the skies to clear out partially tonight, but then our attention turns to the west. Here's system 2, and it's getting its act together right now. This is along a cold front that'll be in our backyards tomorrow, and the problem is the air ahead of this cold front is going to pool with lots and lots of moisture. That's buoyancy in the atmosphere. So as this front approaches that very buoyant, humid, warm air across Wisconsin tomorrow, it'll lift and cause clouds and likely form some severe weather tomorrow, most likely through the afternoon, and most likely across parts of central and southern Wisconsin tomorrow again, although all of us could see a couple strong storms through the afternoon. Here's the moisture already pooling across Wisconsin now, dew points in the 60s. Likely tomorrow, we'll get some dew points in the low to mid 70s. That's hazy, hot, and humid. Lots of sweating tomorrow, of course, with temperatures back in the 80s tomorrow. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. Some dense fog is likely late as the air has already gone calm, with low temperatures down near a muggy 63. For tomorrow, all right, so some morning, partly cloudy conditions, followed by a few afternoon storms. Any of those could be strong to locally severe, especially central and southern parts of Wisconsin, with highs back up in the mid-80s. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows we'll keep a chance for a few storms in the forecast through Wednesday morning, and then we dry out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all dry, with temperatures in the 70s to low 80s. Justin?
Thank you, Jeff. ARTSTART in Rhinelander celebrated 10 years in the community over the weekend. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel spoke with some volunteers there on what being a part of their story means to them.
ARTSTART officially opened its doors in 2011, turning the old Federal Post Office building downtown into a community art center. Programming and Operation Director Ashley McLaughlin says the name tells you everything you need to know.
Art is kind of the word to use to start the conversation.
ARTSTART has galleries, hosts musicians and performers of all sorts. But more than just a venue, ARTSTART serves as a space for creatives to come together and inspire one another.
Opening that up and letting that spill into our community is only going to have positive impacts.
ARTSTART opened their doors a decade later, spilling out on King Street to celebrate with the community. Taking a moment to reflect on a decade of work and the decade ahead.
I am so proud of what our community has accomplished with ARTSTART.
The collaborations that ARTSTART is taking with so much of our community and beyond.
And I just want to see more so that our whole community in the Northwoods is thought of as a cultural destination.
Whether you love a piece or hate it, art teaches you to consider another perspective.
You might just need to take a step back, digest it, and find out where they're really coming from. And art helps you build those skills.
A new way to see the world around you.
So if you can take those skills that you learn through art and bring them back into your community, it's going to be a healthier and happier community overall. And you're going to be a healthier and happier individual as well.
I love museums. And to have one here in Rhinelander that is truly a world-class museum with the exhibits we've had, with the events we have, with the education we have, it's just a tremendous institution to have here in northern Wisconsin.
In Rhinelander, Cooper Henkel, Newswatch 12.
In a new report released by the UN, scientists now say the effects of climate change are unavoidable. We'll take a look at that latest report, some of the possible consequences, and what might be able to be done after the break.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, but you get the gifts. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. You get more nights and more savings the more you spend. Get a 2-night hotel stay plus an extra 10% off when you spend just $1,000. So go ahead, get that new furniture and the trip.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
Weinbrenner Shoe Company has been manufacturing Thorogood footwear and developing careers right here in central Wisconsin for 130 years. And we are expanding. Weinbrenner offers on-the-job training, family-friendly hours, and a safe environment with unlimited growth potential. Join our team and produce some of the last made-in-USA footwear in the world. Learn more by visiting WeinbrennerUSA.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Is it time to update your driveway? Contact S&B Asphalt to blacktop your driveway. An update not only looks nice, but it saves on maintenance and adds value to your property. Seal coating and blacktopping residential driveways, commercial properties, and private roads. S&B is equipped for the job. With a strong reputation as an honest company with competitive pricing, you don't need to turn anywhere else. Call S&B Asphalt today for a free estimate.
When you shop and donate to Goodwill, the good starts with you. Whether you shop Goodwill for the thrill of the treasure hunt, incredible values on back-to-school items, do-it-yourself project inspiration, or brand names for less, you can feel good about the impact you make. Your support keeps items out of the landfill and fuels job training and opportunities for people with barriers to employment in your community. When you shop and donate back to school at Goodwill, Goodwill starts with you.
You have found your soulmate. Now it's time to find the perfect ring. At Golden Carrot Jewelers, you can choose from an extensive selection of engagement and wedding rings. Fresh designs reflecting the most current trends, from organic, art deco, and vintage design to timeless classics in white, yellow, and rose gold. See the new romance collection, Lyria and Lumiere bridal collections, and new styles from Gabriel, New York, Eskashi, and more. Engagements begin here. Will yours? Golden Carrot Jewelers, downtown Minocqua.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
In a dire report released today by the United Nations, scientists warn the effects of global climate change are now unavoidable. The report predicts major problems even if carbon emissions are curbed immediately, and far worse consequences in coming decades if the world fails to respond. Alice Barr has the latest.
As wildfires scorch the western U.S. and the East prepares for another punishing storm season, the United Nations issuing a grim report warning climate change is accelerating.
Recent changes in the climate are widespread, rapid, and intensifying, unprecedented in thousands of years.
The authors say a hotter future leading to warmer oceans and rising sea levels is now inevitable. But they stress there is still a small window to act and limit extreme weather, from heat waves to flooding and drought.
If we're able to stabilize greenhouse gas emissions and eventually lower warming in the years to come, I'm hoping I get a chance to see this in my lifetime.
The report lays out the strongest case yet for human-caused global warming and urges a coordinated international effort starting now to sharply cut emissions and head off the most devastating effects. It comes as one of the worst wildfires in California's history is raging over an area larger than Los Angeles.
Do you want evidence? Come to California. Yet another year of record-setting wildfires. Why? Because of extreme heat and drought. Climate change is happening. We must act now.
President Biden has pledged to cut U.S. carbon emissions in half by 2030, but the path to that target is uncertain, and today's sobering news makes clear even that ambitious goal may not be enough.
Have all the summer projects got you feeling like you are juggling more than you want? Maher Water Corporation can help you take one ball out of the mix. Just like taking a break to watch our athletes compete in Japan, this summer you can take a break and let us treat your water. So while you are rooting on the U.S., enjoy your American-made water. And to all the athletes representing our country, bring home the gold.
Hi friends, Brian Gottlieb at Tundraland Home Improvements, and today we're talking about how to design a safe and beautiful shower, and we're joined by Paul Lukowski. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Paul, we install a whole lot of baths and showers across the state of Wisconsin. What are some of the primary reasons people update their bathroom?
Well, there's a few reasons, Brian, and I'd say the first one is safety, like that old tub that's hard to step in and over. Bathrooms just weren't designed with safety in mind. The second one would be beauty.
You mean getting rid of those really old blue tubs?
Yeah, or the avocado green, the harvest gold. People have beautiful homes, they have so much pride in them, and then you walk in their bathroom and it's just like, wow, this is out of date. And then lastly is cleaning.
So when you say cleaning, what do you mean?
Well, the old technology out there, fiberglass tile, it's just really hard to clean. You don't want to spend your weekends doing that.
Let's listen to Jennifer on that.
I didn't have to worry about a thing, not cleaning up afterwards or anything. I couldn't be happier with my Tundraland bathroom.
So let's talk about easy to clean. What makes a Tundraland bath or shower so super easy to clean?
Well, Brian, it's our exclusive Stay Clean technology. The first thing is the materials. We put materials in your shower that nothing can stick to, so they're very easy to clean. And then we also have what we call Silver Shield technology. And what Silver Shield does is it's actually an antimicrobial. So nothing can ever grow, no mold, no mildew. So if you want to spend your weekends having fun rather than cleaning your shower, the Tundraland shower is for you.
Sounds perfect. Folks, Tundraland has some very exciting offers. Take a look.
Hey, Northeast Wisconsin, what a great time to get a new bath or shower. From Door County, Green Bay, Oshkosh, all the way down to Fond du Lac, homeowners love their new Tundraland shower. And now is the best time to save. Get half off installation on your new bath and a free $100 Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or visit tundraland.com today. That's right. Get half off installation with a free $100 Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or visit tundraland.com today.
At Eagle Floor Covering in Eagle River, we have a knowledgeable staff, competitive pricing, and free estimates. Browse our selection of carpet, vinyl, wood, and tile for your next home project.
Jeff, hot and humid.
It's humid out there now. It get even worse across the area tomorrow, which will then lead to a few showers and storms about this time tomorrow afternoon. And a couple of those could be on the stronger side tomorrow. Tonight, though, no worries at all. Just warm temperatures. And again, we have highs today up near 80 with humidity up near, it's really like 95%. So it's up there. And that's going to feel like temperatures tomorrow, mid, even upper 80s, even a couple low 90s. So just take it easy. We don't do that very often around here. Storm 1 is to the south of us now into Michigan. Storm 2 is over here across part of the Dakotas. That one will get us tomorrow with a cold front, likely triggering a few thunderstorms across the area tomorrow tomorrow afternoon. But for now, looking all good for us tonight. Storms tomorrow afternoon into early parts of Wednesday, followed by a dry trend into the weekend.
Air conditioners will be working overtime for a few days.
Yes.
And it looks nice. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 6. Mr. Food and Wheel of Fortune's next. We'll see you back here at 10 with more.